Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome to the story of Doe'song. Doe'song is a Deinonychus, and we will be watching her story and how she interacts with her family that has a very special circumstance. Her mother and sister are blind, so we're going to see how she hunts and interacts with them due to the fact that they both have that disability. Doe'song has finally returned from her adventures as an adolescent. She is a subadult now and therefore welcome back into her family and her pack. She uses nuzzles and calls to greet her mother and sister, who have a harder time seeing her but can smell her and hear her. Her mother, Ajiru, is the dark gray into black Deinonychus with a blue top to her beak. Her sister, Froggy, is dark brown in her spots and in her feathers, but looks very similar to Doe'song and Caskin, their father. He has more of a reddish feathered coat with light spots, and together they look very similar, like a family. And like a family, the pack works together. Caskin will call occasionally to help Ajiru and Froggy find their way to him and Doe'song. Doe'song will mimic this in hopes of helping as well, but now they must feed and Caskin will begin the hunt. So Caskin, wanting to see how much Doe'song and Froggy have improved, opened a nest or burrow where a small critter lies. He is hoping that one of his daughters will come in and finish the kill. Doe'song is successful, but this isn't her first critter hunt. She knows how this goes, learning while she was alone as an adolescent. But now there are rules and order, as there are ranks in this pack. Mother and father must feed first. They are higher rank and they are older, and if they eat it all, then she must hunt again for herself. It is morning and the pack has rested. They awaken to the sounds of baby Amargasaurus crying out to the herd, to their mother, and to the great bull that leads them. The pack is interested in hunting the baby amps, but they are protected by their parents, which are very large sauropods. They are also loud, calling out like a foghorn. It disorients Deinonychus pretty easily, but what disorients them more is their large footsteps, their heavy stomps, and their tails that lash out and throw them back. Doe'song mimics her mother and father crouching in a bush, as Deinonychus are ambush predators. They are at their best when they are hidden and can run up on their prey that is left unsuspecting. However, the mother amps are very aware of their scheming and come in to show that this will simply not work. But the pack does not want to give up yet, and Caskin has decided to run in and begin the attack on the baby amps. Right now, the mothers have surrounded their babies, but they really can't help against the Deinonychus, because if they do, they could hit their own children and cause them more harm than even the pack can. However, this is exactly what our pack is hoping for. Doe'song remains hidden, watching her mother and father carefully, how they run in and bite and run out, a sort of kiting mechanic. It works very well for the Deinonychus, because if they remain in there, they risk getting stomped on. She continues to look for openings, but is very nervous to go in. This is her first real hunt, and this could very well end her life if she is not careful. The angry bull charges in, whipping its head and lashing its tail, fortunately missing Doe'song and Ajiru. The bull is angry. It's wanting to protect its babies, but in doing so, it has scattered the herd. They try to make their way back together, and successfully so, but the bull is distracted. Can Doe'song find an opening now? Her sister is wounded, her mother is all right, but Caskin is also very wounded. Doe'song is going to have to make a move soon, otherwise she may risk watching her family fall. A gyro takes a massive blow to her body from the bull's neck, and he tries to smack his tail against Doe'song but misses by quite a bit. Caskin calls and says to Doe'song and Froggy, it is up to them, and this is her cue. Whether there's an opening or not, she runs in, gnashing her teeth, biting whatever she can get her teeth on. She's not really sure what baby she's supposed to target. The scene is chaos. She is in turmoil internally. Being next to such a large beast, she isn't sure how she's supposed to survive this. But again, if they do not finish this hunt, they will go hungry. And so she must go back in. This is it, the final standoff, and Doe can tell which one is weak. She goes in, trying to continue to weaken it, getting it close, but it turns out that the mothers protecting their own children finished the job. Now the Deinonychus family can eat, and it feels good, knowing that she did survive and helped make this hunt possible. She truly has become an adult now. After the family has their fill, they catch the scent of a newcomer. Another Deinonychus is nearby, likely lured from the commotion of the hunt with the Amargasaurus. A dark male has approached the pack. Caskin takes a moment to check him out, making sure he has good intentions. His daughters are still too young to mate or take on a mate, and so he makes it very clear that they are to be avoided, as well as a gyro who is Caskin's mate. They exchange calls and sniff each other. Doe'song seems interested in this new male as far as joining the pack, but she has no interest in mating right now. But having an extra member during hunts is very handy. Later, the pack comes across the same Amargasaurus herd as before, but this time the poor herd is being harassed by an adult Giga. The pack watches the bull take on this Giga, and Doe watches with much curiosity. This is the first time she has seen a Giganotosaurus, and it is big and quite terrifying. Something that the pack definitely doesn't want to take on, but her curiosity leads her to follow the fight. After a few more exchanges between the bull and the Giga is beginning to decide this is not the best idea, and Doe realizes just how lucky they were that they were able to take one of the baby amps when this bull could chase off such a big beast. Doe's curiosity has no bounds, but she is about to learn exactly why you shouldn't let the curiosity get the better of you. No spa day for the Giga, it seems. Even though Deinonychus will clean off the hides of other dinosaurs, this one doesn't seem to want to be messed with. After a bit of time, the pack is hungry again, and they are looking for their next prey. They have come to a place called Impact Crater, which is usually bustling with different types of dinosaurs that they could possibly hunt, and they have spotted a father Rex with his young. It is possible that they could do this, but that Rex is very similar in size to the Giga, and so Doe'song knows this isn't going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of coming in and out, avoiding the great jaws of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Our pack spots the youngest and smallest of the young, and this is the one they will target. It will have less health, And the others may possibly bite their own sibling by accident if they can confuse the young. They are still learning from their father and not practiced, and the pack is hoping for these types of accidents to happen. And as you can see, it does occur quite often. Unfortunately, the pack is not following their own advice. They are biting each other just as they are hoping the Rex siblings will do. This causes Doe'song to get quite low, and eventually she has to back out of this hunt and only bark to strengthen her pack while she watches from the bushes. She watches in horror as her mother Ajiru also takes a massive hit. She comes back to join Doe'song in the bushes, using her barks as well and strengthening the rest of the pack, who is still plenty healthy. If they can remain out of this fight for now, then the others will have a chance to take down the young Rex. The father Rex has had enough of the Deinonychus antics and has backed himself up against his young in hopes that he can protect them. But just like the amps, there is still an opening. If the pack is careful, they will be able to cause the young to scatter once again. The young Rex mistakenly separates from the protection of the rest of its family, leaving it wide open for the rest of the pack. Doe, low and already wanting to be helpful from the very beginning, tries to sneak in a bite but ends up getting hit again. She's truly gonna have to stay out of it this time. And the pack has finished the job, but their trials and tribulations aren't over yet as scavengers rush in to take what they can, trampling the Deinonychus already low, and they barely get to get any food out of it as the others take what they earned. And now a few Megalania have come to contest for the young Rex body. The Deinonychus pack is too injured and too weak to fight them off, and so they are forced to walk away from the kill they worked so hard for. Doe'song and her family take a moment to recuperate and restore affinity in the safety of Young Grove, where they have fresh water, amazing basking rocks, and shade from the trees. They nuzzle and love call as they restore their strength for the next time they hunt. This is the end of Doe'song's story for now. I will probably do some hunting compilations with her later, but I do hope you enjoyed this little snippet of her life. If you did, tickle and poke that like button, subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and jingle the bell so you're notified of when I post more videos. We are a storytelling video, but I do post some fun, just hunting and chaos in Path of Titans. So if you enjoy that, definitely jingle that bell. I love you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time for some more Path of Titans content. Bye!